Hey Aries, welcome to your weekly reading. All right, Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Aries, welcome in. Thank you for stopping by my channel. Tiana Louise, intuitive coach, consultant with Worth a Read 1111. So grateful for you to be here. All right, so we're looking at your connection. What's going on in your soulmate twin flame connection this week, June 8th, all the way up until June 14th. If you're here for this reading and you know anything about my channel, then that must mean you are in a connection that is experiencing separation, challenge, difficulty at this time. So I want to look at what the blocks are in the connection right now. What are the blocks that are making up the energy between you and this person? So tune in, put that person in your mind, and we'll get started. All right, so blocks between you and this person right now. What is blocking the energy? We have compartmentalization. So yeah, right now people just may not have time to really be focused in on this connection. This talks about the unconscious separation, isolation, and categorization of particular thoughts, feelings, and beliefs apart from one another, right? So they may be putting you into a little box, right? Tucking you away in a part of their mind and a part of their heart where they don't have to really think about you unless they literally go get the box and unwrap it, which I feel like they're not doing right now, right? And we have reinforcement, right? And they're reinforcing this behavior. Like they're trying really, really hard to do this, to double down, to put whatever issues you guys are facing right now out of their mind. Like they want to just, put it somewhere and not think about it. So it could be that. It also could be that they're not willing to expand and look outside of whatever box they've put this relationship in, and that could stunt the growth of the relationship or the ability of the relationship to grow because there's some limited thinking, right? When we put something in a box and we're only willing to see it one way and we keep reinforcing that way, that belief, that way of thinking over and over and over again, this person is this, this situation is that, then that's what it is. That's what it becomes. And there's no room for it to expand or grow. So either they're compartmentalizing you in their thoughts so that they don't think about you, or they are compartmentalizing you and the connection in a way that's not allowing it to expand at this time. So take whatever resonates for you, right? And then we have self-awareness, right? This is an inability to look at oneself, to really examine one's own personal nature, right? In a flexible, open, accepting way, and really have a sense of oneself in relationship to another person. So I feel like they may be compartmentalizing the connection in a way where, they're not willing to be aware of their contribution to the challenges, right? They may be in some denial about that, and not fully taking responsibility. So it feels like this, like they're unaware, like they're not self-aware. And you may even be thinking like, damn, like, are you that unaware of yourself that you don't know how you're showing up? Okay. So let's look at what may be underneath that. I'm going to use some more tarot cards before we dig into, not tarot cards, I'm going to use more oracle cards before we dig into the tarot to get more information, okay? So let's see. Aries, you guys will not believe this. What I did right before I filmed this reading, I filmed a beautiful reading, right, that I thought was for Aries, but I realized after I recorded it that the whole time I was saying Pisces, 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 Pisces. So Pisces has 2 videos this week. And obviously they were meant to, because it was a beautiful reading and I just kept saying Pisces the whole time, but I was thinking Aries. So maybe you might want to check that reading out. If your person is a Pisces, maybe you have some Pisces placements in your chart. I don't know, but that's the way it landed, and it was just so weird. And you know, I have a little checklist that I check off every time I finish a reading so I can be sure that I got the whole zodiac. And I looked and I was like, oh my God, like that was supposed to be Aries, and the whole time I was so committed to Pisces. Go figure. So now here we are. Okay. So clarifying this energy of self-awareness, compartmentalization, and reinforcement, we have keys on a ring, right? Many options, decision, unconventional, string along, one night stand. Very, very interesting. You know, so this person could have many options right now, many options outside of this connection. And maybe that's why they are compartmentalizing it a little bit and really like sticking to their guns and reinforcing that. There may be this energy of you feeling like they're kind of stringing you along. And maybe that's because they've compartmentalized you in a way that they're not really self-aware about, you know, what they want from the connection. Maybe it was supposed to be a casual thing and then it turned into something a little more serious, or now there's some expectations that, you know, maybe they're not sure they can live up to. But it's like, you know, I feel like the energy is of you dangling like this. You know, like this is what your experience has been in this connection with this person, dangling like keys on a ring. And then we have healing heart, right? So what I'm getting from this is that this person may have a way of dealing with any kind of challenge or conflict in a way where they have to literally like wrap it up, tuck it away somewhere so that they can deal with it. And that is their way of dealing with it. Like they're not able to really face it head on. And that may be a way that they are not aware of themselves yet. And because of that, like they really double down on it, like they stick to their guns. This person may become really stubborn, you know, when put on the spot, or, you know, just like I feel like a bull, like I feel Taurus energy, like they really dig their heels in and commit to, you know, their stance, even if it's not the most healthy position for them to be in, and it definitely does not create like open connection and communication between you two. But that's the way that they deal with their pain. That's the way that they go through their healing process at this time. And then we have coffee cup, right? Meeting and conversing, savoring the moment, feeling uplifted in friendship. Yep. So that's what I was saying. Like they're not able to have a cup of joe with you right now, like hash things out over coffee. No. Like that would suggest, you know, friendly energy, openness, a willingness to discuss. And I feel like until they're able to deal with their pain in a different way, they're not at a point where they can do that. So that creates this block, right? That creates them having to put you in a box and kind of leave things where they are for right now. Okay, so let's get some tarot. And which tarot deck do I want to use? I want to use my Tarot of Dreams by Chiro Marchetti. I haven't used this deck in quite some time, but it called out to me today to pick up, so I did. So let's look at what this energy looks like for them and for you, right? Let's see where you guys both are, Aries. Let's just take a look. Ironically, I'm using very large. Okay, so I have like really, really small cards today. I don't know what was going on when I was choosing decks, but I have like really, really small ones, as you can see, like these. Like I can cuff them. And then I have like these, which are like huge, like postcards. Then I have these like medium ones that are somewhat difficult to grip. Yeah, so shuffling is kind of all over the place today, but I'm getting it done. Yes, Aries, isn't that all that matters? Okay, so their energy. Thank you so much, Spirit, for allowing me to be a clean, clear, divine channel and source of support for Aries today. All right. So we have the Wheel. Wow, we have the Six of Swords. And we have the Lovers. So I feel like this person just runs away from any kind of conflict in their relationships. And it's not just with you. Like, this is their MO. This is what they do all the time. When the going gets tough, the tough gets going, and they are the tough getting going, right? Like, they jump ship. And this is their pattern. This is their habit, and this is a pattern that they actually need to break in order to be able to move forward, in order to have the wheel turning in this connection. Unfortunately, you know, for them right now, it's all about feeling comfortable, feeling at ease. They don't want to deal with anything that's too heavy, that, you know, that's too sticky, that makes them think too much. That's the energy. With this Lovers here, this could definitely be a Gemini that you're dealing with. We also have some swords energy, so air signs, Aquarius, Libra, Aquarius. Oh my God, why Gemini, Libra, Aquarius? Why couldn't I say it? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, air signs. Yes, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So we have Six of Swords as well as Lovers. So I definitely feel like Gemini or some sort of air energy with this person. And yeah, they're just doing what's easy for them at this point, right? It's easy for them to, you know, put this somewhere on a shelf where they can just, you know, they can pick it up if they want to, and if not, they don't have to, and that prevents them from having to be self-aware in a way where they have to examine themselves or look at anything that, you know, could be a message that doesn't reinforce whatever story it is they're telling themselves at this time, right? Now, your energy, we have, look at this. Oh my God, air sign. You're coming out as Justice, Libra, okay? So somebody here is definitely an air sign, or there's some air in the air, right? Yeah, you're seeking justice. You're like, hold up, wait a minute, like, don't play me like that. Like, let's talk this out, let's figure this out, let's get this together. You need to apologize, you need to make things right, you need to come clean, you need to, you know, open up, you need to take me off of the shelf, because that's not where I go, right? That's the energy I'm getting from you right now. Look, yeah, we have the World, right? You're like, I'm done with this. I'm not playing this game. This is not, you know, how I do things. This is not where I'm at, right? This is not the game that I play, right? So you're wanting things to open up. Yeah, open up from a place of truth. Queen of Swords. And I feel like this is exactly what this person walks away from when you start sticking it to them, when you start really demanding the truth, speaking your truth, you know, trying to clarify things, get to the bottom of things, you know, really hash things out. This person, like, they move away from that. They shy away from that, even though, you know, we have the Lovers here. So I definitely feel like, you know, they care about you and everything, but they've made the decision to not deliver this justice at this time. Like, they want to just, you know, keep the wheel turning in a way that feels good to them. And talking about this, hashing out the truth, no. Like, demands of justice, no. They're not with that. But let's find out why they're not with that. Like, what is going on in their shadow that has them all tied up like this, right? Wanting to just move away. And actually, let me move these cards out of the way so I can have some room to shuffle. Okay. What I'm really sensing here too is like you sense this in this person. Like, not only do you sense it, you see it, and you may have called them out on it, and they totally like acted like they didn't know what you were talking about. They totally acted, you know, unaware. Like, what are you talking about? And that pissed you off. So let's pull their shadow energy, and we'll pull one for you as well. Okay, so for them, yep, they totally projected blame, right? They totally did not take responsibility. They totally acted as if this was not their fault, that whatever conflict came up, you know, that they just wanted to move away from, it wasn't because of anything that they did. They totally placed the blame. Instead of looking in the mirror like this, they went like this. Bleh. It's you, it's you, it's you, right? And look at that, judgment for you, right? This card says, I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. So that's your work at this time, Aries. Really, and I get it, like based on where this person is right now, like I totally get it. If you're like, screw them, screw that, like I'm not dealing with that BS and I'm not going to apologize or anything like that. Totally not saying that. But you know, we all have our own work to do in situations. Like they have their work, you have yours, and here's the deal. You're here on this reading. I'm here to support you. I'm here to support you in being the best version of you, which is why I pulled your shadow energy, because I know what this can bring up. A lot of frustration, a lot of resentment, and let's just be honest, some straight up hate. Like, you know, like this kind of energy where someone is acting like this, acting like you're the problem and you know it's them and it's not you, this will make you like hate someone, okay? And I'm not saying that that's how you feel, but I definitely feel like with this judgment card coming out, it's been difficult for you to really see this person and just see them as their pain, right? Not anything else, right? The only thing that would have someone in denial like this, you know, not taking responsibility, compartmentalizing their feelings, is because something is too painful for them to deal with. And that is not an excuse for them, right? But in the interest of you being the best version of you, right? Of you elevating, of you ascending, you see everyone, even those who hurt you, you just see them in their pain and you acknowledge their pain, so that you can move out of the place of judging them and feeling like, you know, they did something to me. That puts you in a victim type of energy. That puts you in the mode of being a victim, like I've been victimized, right? And there's no power from that place. I know it's not easy, but releasing any judgment at this time against this person or toward this person. Not that you have to forgive them, although that's advisable, and not that you have to be okay with how they're responding or behaving right now, but releasing the judgment within you so that you can have a relief, so that you can have a rebirthing in your spirit and in your perspective, so that this situation is not dragging you down. That's what I'm saying, okay? Awesome. So why don't we look at some growth work for this person? Like, how can they grow beyond this at this time? Yeah, we have analyze, right? So these cards have constellations on them, and the constellations, I really can't pronounce all of them, but this one I think I got. Microscopium, okay? And it talks about the ability to analyze, like Virgo energy, being able to look. Analyzing would mean them not compartmentalizing, but them actually moving toward being more self-aware, breaking down their walls, releasing any kind of, you know, feeling to be defensive, being more open and receptive to the truth when it's being shared, right? Engaging from a thoughtful place, being willing to look at themselves, okay? That would really help this person at this time, right? And not making things look all pretty. This is the decorate card. Can you see that? Let's see. I don't know if you can see that. Oh, you kind of see it. You see the constellation. So this is Coma Berenice's decorate. I feel like this is them taking a long, hard look at themselves and accepting that it all ain't pretty. Like they can't, you know, decorate or cover this up. Like they really have to take a deep dive within themselves and just be truthful. Just be honest, which, you know, when you're not willing to look at yourself, that can be difficult. What else? One more for their growth work. Look at that triangulum, feminine. So yeah, this person, maybe they are a feminine. If nothing else, they can stand to lean into, they can benefit from leaning into their feminine energy so that they connect with you who may be the feminine. Maybe this is about them really, you know, looking at themselves so that they can connect with either their feminine counterpart or the feminine within themselves, right? Being able to soften, not being such a hard ass, right? That's what I'm getting here. Not being such a hard ass. I love it. Okay, so I want to hop on over to the extended reading where we will get some messages from this person to you, also get some advice to you, and dig a little deeper in like what actions they want to take toward you given where they are. All right, Aries, thank you so much for tuning into my channel. And guess what? Don't leave yet. Don't forget, you got to hit that like button. Hit the like button. Subscribe to my channel. I post these weekly readings every week in addition to other things that I sprinkle in. So like, subscribe, share my video, and leave a comment. Let me know how this resonated for you. If you want to jump on over to the extended reading and keep looking at this with me, then the link to that is down in the description box. All right. I love you. Peace.